Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series in the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 16.11, and another common question I get from folks is, why are my samples coming in so low? And there's volume settings, whether you're resampling or doing other stuff, there's volume settings literally everywhere here, which is both good and bad because it means things can be hidden. So a couple things to check. One is if you hold shift and input, you want to come in here and just look at your level. This is adjusting the level when you're recording in from an external source and from routing and mix. And this can be set to 0 and you will record absolutely nothing, or it could be 127, you'll record at the maximum volume. So just note that this is one place that you want to look at. Another very frequent place that people either have a modified setting or don't realize what it means is if you hold shift and you hit one of your banks, and if you it's going to tell you, it's going to say like bank A volume, it's going to say 127, and this value, if it's up or if it's down, it's going to reduce the volume of any of the sounds playing off of the bank. And then if you record into the same bank, it's going to further reduce the volume coming from there. So I would say, personally, I like to keep this at 127 unless I'm getting close to kind of finalizing a project. And another good use for this, though, is like if you have all drums and they're all the volume is in relation to each other pretty well, this can be a good way to say like bank A is drums. If you want the drums to be down, you can drop all of them down. If you want bank B to be bass, you could then come in and say, hey, I want just the bass. I want to reduce my bass. And it allows you to kind of help edit things pretty quickly in relation to each other. But I would say, just make sure that you look there. Another place, I'm just going to do the value knob like I talked about earlier in the pad, just to select pad A without playing it. There's also a volume here that exists under pitch and speed, so you may want to go check that and see if you've got that reduced. That can also cause your volume to be at a different volume. So anyway, I would say, poke around, look around. There's volume settings everywhere. I think I covered the 3 major ones to think about. Besides that, if you're getting really desperate and you can't figure out what's going on, make sure you have all of your FX turned off. Make sure your bus effects are off. Get into your hit shift and go at pad 16 to get into your EFX. Make sure that you have your type for favorite set to bypass as well, because sometimes people will get stuff on there that might be affecting the sound, making it sound either noisy or reducing the volume. I'm trying to think what else. Envelope is another thing. Just make sure you're if your volume or your envelope is set to attack of 0, hold 100, release 0. It's not editing the sound or modifying it at all. So you might want that, but you also might not. So there are places all over that can impact the volume of your sound. Just make sure you go look for them and just check them out. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Keep making beats. Have a good one. Peace.